Time to do more great balls of fire predictions here on Chair Shot Reality. Being joined the other CSR original from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Josh Eisenberg. Josh, are you pumped for Sunday night?
I am jacked. I am ready to go. I have my shots of fireball ready to go. I know Juice there loves his fireball, so I'm pumped up. I'm excited. I'm ready to roll, Justin. Let's make some predictions, huh?
Of course, predictions. You want to make them on WrestleRumble.com. You can win up to $500 or a copy of the new WWE 2K18 game. It's going to be exciting to play. Sunday night is going to make this pay-per-view that much more interesting. Josh, let's start off with Enzo versus Big Cass. I tend to think this is rushed. I hope that we actually don't get the match, honestly.
Yeah, I wrote about it this past week on WrestleZone. I said that I don't think this match actually happens. Enzo Amore has come back each week from beatings from Big Cass, so I'm wondering, why wouldn't they just script Enzo Amore off for 2 or 3 weeks? I mean, I miss you, LeBar, and I haven't been near you for months, but look what you can do with Enzo and Cass. I mean, you have Cass attack Enzo Amore either backstage or as he's cutting his promo, but not throw him off the stage once. Beat the hell out of Enzo Amore so we don't see him for 2 or 3 weeks. Make the heart grow fonder by missing them, and then you have their big payoff at SummerSlam. I think that's the most logical choice, and I'm really hoping that's what happens here. If they have a match where Enzo Amore and Big Cass fight and it's 5 or 6 minutes and Cass wins, what does that really do? That means this feud isn't really that important to them to begin with, but they have closed out a Raw, they've opened a Raw on this road to Great Balls of Fire, so obviously this is more important than just having a one-off at Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think maybe to give a little value to the pre-show that they do, maybe have it in the pre-show, Enzo entering the building and getting hit by a car that was driven by Big Cass or something to that effect. As you said, he's been attacked by Cass, and yeah,
we did it for The Rock.
And we
did it for the people.
Cass outsources the work to Rikishi, and Rikishi does it. I mean, yeah, Enzo's come back with his attacks, so we need something maybe a little bit more dramatic, so a car attack, something that could extend it on. And as we talked about in the last video, you have a 30-minute Iron Man match with the tag team, so you certainly have time, that will be covered with some of the other matches on this card. So yeah, let's milk out until Brooklyn in SummerSlam. Josh, let's go to Seth Rollins up against Bray Wyatt. What a visual metaphor. Bray Wyatt walking lost in the desert, rambling as he does. I think that really kind of sums up his general direction, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like this for the past couple of years. Aside from Randy Orton, which they had some good progression going into WrestleMania, I thought that was the most creative and original that we've seen Randy in a while. But Bray Wyatt's been doing the same thing for 2 years, and we both have agreed that Bray Wyatt is much better leading people with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, and for a point in time, Braun Strowman. Right now, all he's doing is cutting the same promo. And that's nothing against him. I think my problem's more with creative, not having any idea how to utilize a guy like this. But it's getting to the point, maybe, just maybe, it is Bray Wyatt. Maybe it is him. Maybe they're not impressing him as much in the ring as they'd like him to, so what they're trying to do is make him as creative as possible outside to enhance his storyline with whomever he faces. At the end of the day, this match is a one-off in my mind. I don't necessarily see it going anywhere else. And then if you look at the history of Bray Wyatt matches, you got to go against Bray Wyatt at pay-per-views. Unless there's a Wyatt family member, which would be completely out of the clear blue skies, I think Seth Rollins wins this match.
Yeah, I think Seth Rollins has got to be the heavy favorite, considering while WWE is stacked with heels, there's not a lot of rover baby faces. Seth Rollins is a clear-cut baby face. Obviously, he's been revealed as the cover boy for the new video game. So a loss to a guy like Bray Wyatt just wouldn't seem fitting. But like you said, I wouldn't be mad about it if they got very creative and introduced a new follower, a new family member, but I just don't see it happening.
Well, what about this, though, Justin? There is a guy that has had past relationships and feuds with these two guys, and Finn Balor, who's not on the card. I know he's with Elias Sampson right now, but is that really going to be anything that you're going to look forward to at SummerSlam? Is there a way that WWE can put Finn Balor involved in this match, even his music or even teasing the Demon King? It would fit with Bray Wyatt's character and his recent history last year with Seth Rollins.
Well, it would be better than a straight-up 1-2-3 pin on Wyatt. Anything that kind of gives more layers and more intrigue to the booking, I'd be okay for. But yeah, Seth Rollins marking it down for Wrestle Rumble. And finally, the match that is headlining it all, Brock Lesnar defending that Universal title up against Samoa Joe. Josh, is there really any question about who wins this? I think it's got to be more about how does it go down. I would imagine that this match, as long as it's not a squash match, as long as it's not all offense by Brock in 90 seconds, that Joe's credibility is automatically increased just by going toe-to-toe with the Beast.
It absolutely is, and I think Samoa Joe is the guy that's impressed everybody here. We know what Brock Lesnar's going to bring to the table. We know what Paul Heyman's going to bring to the table, but we didn't really know what Samoa Joe would do in a high-profile match like this. We've seen Samoa Joe's track history over the years competing with some of the best, but do you ever really remember a fantastic promo or a fantastic 2 or 3 week build-up where all of the stories and details were put on his shoulders? This is the first time that I can remember it, even going back to his TNA days and even further beyond that. I think Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar, they need to go at least 17 to 20 minutes. I think I think so, Justin. And this is going to be the longest match.
You're going to make Brock earn that money.
Oh, I think so. But this is going to be the longest match that Brock Lesnar has had since the triple threat match at Royal Rumble a few years ago with Seth Rollins and John Cena. His match with Dean Ambrose was, I think, maybe 13 or 14 minutes. You need Lesnar to go a little bit longer because at the end of the day, you're going to see Samoa Joe become a badass even if he loses this match. You don't need Samoa Joe to win. You want Samoa Joe to win because I think a lot of people are getting sick and tired of the part-time schedule of Brock Lesnar. His first title defense since winning it in April and only being on a few Raws here and there. You're going to build Brock Lesnar up to SummerSlam like you always do. He's going to ultimately probably drop it at SummerSlam, but people are yelling for Samoa Joe to be the champion. If anybody has deserved it more than Samoa Joe, it's Braun Strowman. Those are the top 2 guys I could think that should dethrone the Beast.
Well, Samoa Joe certainly seems to be a guy that's had the support of Triple H ever since the NXT days, and it seems like Triple H, you're seeing more and more fingerprints of potential Triple H booking on Raw and SmackDown. So we'll have to see. I'm going to go Brock Lesnar, but man, I mean, you're right. I mean, it would.
How long?
What's that?
How long? How long do you think it lasts?
You know, I'm definitely not going as long as you. I think if this
you will. You've never gone as long as me, Justin.
Hey, it's not about. It's all about the impact you make. All right, I'm going to give it a solid 6 minutes, bell to bell.
Yeah, we see what Impact does on a weekly basis. Disappointing.
Josh Eisenberg in Fort Lauderdale. Follow him on Twitter at Josh Eisenberg4. He'll be tweeting live during Great Balls of Fire. Josh, thank you very much. Okay, let's move over now on the couch. Renell, Juice, you just heard Josh here talking about 16, 18 minutes. Are you kidding me?
That's I don't know. That's not happening. I was shocked when you said that. Especially with there's a 30-minute match already on the card. And you think Brock's going to go 10?
I mean, yeah, like we haven't seen things go 5 hours in the show in general.
And let's look at history. You know, Josh referenced the Dean Ambrose match at Mania, of course, which was a disappointment.
You love that match.
Yeah. The triple threat at Rumble. You know, look, it's by Brock's nature of the attraction that he is. The longer it goes, he's not better. It's better to see him. It's better to leave him wanting more. Hit him hard, hit him fast, and get out.
Yeah, because you need someone that's an anomaly. If everyone's the same, there's no attraction, there's no give. Brock specializes in being that attraction. You don't know if things are a work or a shoot. You don't know. He goes in there, he dominates, he gets in, he gets out. I think that's what he needs to do. Now, mind you, we don't need a 1 minute thing. It needs to go, I would probably say at least 4 minutes.
So we all agree.
I think it would probably go 7 to 10 minutes, honestly. I think that'd be a good time frame.
So I'm at 6, you're at 7 to 10.
7 to 10. I don't see any way they do blood in this match. But if they
it might be by accident or accident.
But how do you think the match finishes? Do you think it's just a straight up?
That's what I was going to ask you. Over under how many F5s?
Is it a knockout or does Lesnar?
I think a TKO.
Does Lesnar put Joe in a submission and make Joe pass out as a turn of the tables? Because Joe's been doing this whole time.
Not to be repetitive of Renzo and Cass, but again, I would love to see, as we talked about last week, I'd love to see Joe just take it in the aisleway to Brock on the entrance.
Well, he has to
get it going
because in the storyline way of things, he has to. He has to take him out of nowhere. You can't just be like, okay, wait for the bell to ring and then just get murdered by him.
Russell Rumble all the time when Brock Lesnar's involved, they have over under on suplex cities, and they have over under on the time of the match.
Over 5 or
a lot of stuff. Suplex cities?
How many?
Over 5.
Suplexes.
It's just over 5.
Suplex cities.
Oh, whatever. It's more than just a German suplex. It's a suplex city. No, I'm going over 5.
Over 5.
So over 5.
Huge.
I know. It's going to be impressive. All right. WrestleRumble.com. Make your predictions. We're going to be off for the next 2 weeks here at Chair Shot Reality. Of course, you can follow these guys along on Twitter. I'm going to probably go MIA, so that'll make some of you happy.
Thank God.
Yep, there we go.
Distraction. We'll probably hijack it.
Don't even think about it. Enjoy Great Balls of Fire. Follow us along. We'll be live tweeting. We'll all have our reactions on Monday morning. We'll see you then.